If you're here today, thank you very much for coming. If you're here today, it's because you care about trans and non-binary people, or you are trans or non-binary yourself. The recent proposal by the EHRC to change the Equalities Act definition of gender to mean biological sex instead of legal sex is used to legally exclude trans people from single-sex spaces, but it goes a lot deeper than this. The vagueness of this proposed change could mean leading us into mass arrest and incarceration of trans and non-binary people for simply using these spaces, as well as excluding us from places such as crisis centres and hostels. And if we are on a path towards being arrested for using single-sex spaces, then we know that we're going to be put in prisons that belong to our designed gender. This is the start of extremist, fascist policy initiated by our own government. And when I use the word fascist, this is not an exaggeration, this is not a hyperbole. Fascism starts subtle. It starts with excluding vulnerable people, and it starts with a false narrative around protecting the innocent. They did the same thing to people of colour, saying that we were culprits, saying that we were aggressors towards white women and white children. They said the same thing about gay people back in the 80s, and now they're doing it about trans people. In the last year, hate crimes against transgender people have doubled, despite the fact that 88% of trans people do not report when a hate crime has been committed against them. These are increasing because of the transphobic media, transphobic academics, and of course our fascist, transphobic government that plan on having us systematically arrested for simply existing. The EHRC claims that this proposed change to the Equalities Act is designed to protect cisgendered women. But since when have the Conservative government ever been feminists? When have they ever given a shit about women? If they are feminists, why have they not provided free legal representation for victims of sexual assault? Why have they continued to slash benefits for victims of domestic violence and sexual assault? And why did the Conservative government vote against plans to extend abortion access to people in Northern Ireland? Because they do not give a shit about women. Every day, I'm reminded that the sole difference between a Tory and a fascist is a first-class private education. This proposal put forward by the EHRC to change the definition of legal sex in the Equalities Act is being backed by human rights lawyer Keir Starmer. Our supposed left-wing leader of the